I closed the college fund my sister spends from. My parents opened it when I was born and dumped the same amount in for my sister Chelsea when she came along 2 years later. I'm 24 now, Chelsea's 22. I finished nursing school last spring with almost nothing left in mine because I actually used it for tuition, books, the stuff it was for. Chelsea never went to college, she took a gap year that's now on year 4. Here's the thing nobody talked about. Both accounts had me and Chelsea as joint owners because our parents set them up that way when we were kids and never changed it. My grandma actually funded most of them before she passed, and she'd made me the primary on both. I found that out later. At the time I just knew the money was there and I'd stopped checking Chelsea's because it wasn't mine to look at. Except it kind of was. Thanksgiving, Chelsea rolls in with a new iPhone and these boots I'd looked at and put back because they were $300. Mom asked how she afforded it. Chelsea said, "I've been budgeting." Everyone clapped like she cured cancer. I didn't say anything, but something felt off, so that night I logged into the old family portal that still had both accounts linked. Her college fund had $1,900 left in it. It started at $40,000. I scrolled the transactions. DoorDash, Sephora, a concert in Austin, something called Lash Lounge like 11 times. 4 years of it. She'd been draining it dollar by dollar since she was 18 and nobody stopped her because nobody was looking. I called Mom the next morning. I said, "Did you know Chelsea's been spending her college fund?" Mom went quiet, then said, "It's her money, honey. She can use it how she needs to." I said, "She spent 40 grand on lashes and takeout." Mom said, "You don't know what she's going through." So that's how it was. I said okay and hung up. I didn't do anything for 2 weeks. I wanted to be sure I wasn't crazy. I pulled every statement I could and I called the bank to ask a simple question. Who's the owner on these accounts? The lady confirmed it. Grandma had listed me as primary owner on both, Chelsea and I as authorized on our own respectively, but the primary account holder for the entire fund structure was me. I could see everything. I could also close everything. I asked, if I closed the second account, where would the remaining balance go? She said, to the primary owner's linked account, which was mine. I thanked her and sat in my car for a while. Christmas Eve, whole family at my parents' house. Chelsea's showing everyone a brochure for some influencer retreat in Tulum. $4,000. An investment in my brand. My dad's nodding. My aunt asks how she's paying. Chelsea says, "I have savings." I said, "You have $1,900. The room kind of stopped. Chelsea laughed and said, That's private?" I said, "It was, until you spent your entire college fund on lash extensions and told everyone you'd been budgeting." Mom jumped in fast. "We are not doing this tonight." I said, "Grandma's money. She left it for school." Chelsea, "You used yours up." "Fine, but I closed the account this morning." Chelsea's face dropped. "You did what?" I said, "There was $1,900 left. It's in my account now. I was the primary owner. Grandma set it up that way." Chelsea stood up. "That's my money." I said, "It was never only yours. It was ours from her. You spent your half and then some. I never touched yours until today, and I only touched what was left." Mom said, "How could you do this to your sister at Christmas?" I said, "She's been doing it for 4 years. You just liked it better when I was the one not looking." Dad finally spoke. He said, "Where does yours stand?" I said, "Empty. I used mine on nursing school. Every dollar, that's what it was for." Nobody said anything to that. Chelsea was crying now, saying I ruined Christmas, saying I was jealous, saying Grandma would be ashamed. I said, "Grandma made me primary because she knew one of us would drain it and one of us would use it. She wasn't wrong." My aunt, who'd been quiet, said, "Wait, Chelsea spent $40,000? Chelsea said, "It's not that simple." My aunt said, "It kind of is." I got my coat. Mom followed me to the door saying we'd talk when I calmed down, that I was punishing my sister for our parents' choices. I said the choices were fine. The spending was Chelsea's. Chelsea yelled from the living room that she'd never forgive me. I said, "That's okay. It's already spent." Chelsea's Tulum retreat got canceled 2 days later. She's been posting about toxic family since New Year's.